Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Let's face it, being a freelancer is awesome. You're your own boss, you set your own hours, and you can work from anywhere. But let's be real, there's one thing that can turn that freelancer dream into a financial nightmare: unexpected expenses. As freelancers, we don't have the luxury of a steady paycheck or paid time off. That's why having a solid emergency fund is absolutely crucial. Think of it like this: your emergency fund is your financial safety net. It's there to catch you if you experience an unexpected drop in income, a sudden medical bill, or any other unforeseen circumstance. Without it, you could be forced to take on debt or make major sacrifices to your lifestyle. In this video, we're going to dive deep into why an emergency fund is non-negotiable for freelancers, how much you should aim to save, and the best strategies to build and protect your financial safety net. Let's be real, freelancing is amazing, but it's not without its risks. The freedom to choose your projects, set your own hours, and work from anywhere is incredibly appealing. However, this freedom comes with a price, and that price is financial instability. One of the biggest challenges is dealing with the unpredictable nature of income. Unlike a traditional job with a steady paycheck, freelancing can be a roller coaster of financial highs and lows. One month you could be booked solid with high-paying clients, and the next you could be staring at an empty calendar. This inconsistency can make it difficult to plan for the future or even cover your basic expenses. And it's not just about slow periods. There are other unexpected events that can throw a wrench in your plans. What happens if a major client suddenly disappears or a project falls through at the last minute? These scenarios are more common than you might think. These are situations that can happen to even the most successful freelancers, and without a financial cushion, they can be devastating. Imagine the stress of not knowing how you'll pay your bills next month. Now, imagine this scenario. Your car breaks down, or your laptop, your lifeline as a freelancer, decides to call it quits. These aren't just minor inconveniences. They're major disruptions that can halt your ability to work and earn. These are not just inconveniences, they're emergencies that can prevent you from working and earning income. Without the right financial backup, you could find yourself scrambling to find a solution. Without an emergency fund, you might find yourself in a really tough spot, forced to make difficult choices like putting those expenses on a high-interest credit card or dipping into your savings, which can set you back financially. This can create a cycle of debt that's hard to escape. Having a healthy emergency fund gives you peace of mind, knowing that you can handle these situations without derailing your financial progress. It's a buffer that allows you to focus on your work without constant financial stress. It's about having the freedom and flexibility to navigate the ups and downs of freelancing without stressing about every little thing. This financial cushion can make a world of difference in your overall well-being. Remember, you're building a business, and just like any business, you need a safety net. This isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving in your freelance career. An emergency fund is that safety net for your freelance career. It's a crucial part of your financial strategy that ensures you can weather any storm. It's not about being pessimistic, it's about being prepared. By setting aside money for emergencies, you're investing in your future stability and success. Okay, so we've established that an emergency fund is non-negotiable for freelancers. It's your financial safety net, your cushion against the unexpected. But how much should you actually aim to save? This is a question that often leaves many scratching their heads. Well, the general rule of thumb is to have 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses stashed away. This might seem like a broad range, but it gives you flexibility based on your personal circumstances. Now, I know what you're thinking. 3 to 6 months? That seems like a lot, and you're right, it's not a small amount. But remember, as freelancers, we're aiming for a larger safety net than someone with a traditional 9-to-5 job. Our income can be unpredictable, and having that extra cushion can make all the difference. To figure out your magic number, start by calculating your monthly expenses. This includes everything you spend money on in a typical month. Include everything: rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, debt payments, and even those non-essential things you enjoy, like your Netflix subscription or your daily coffee fix. It's important to be thorough and honest with yourself. Once you have that number, multiply it by 3 for the bare minimum, and by 6 for the ideal emergency fund. This gives you a range to work within, depending on your comfort level and financial situation. So if your monthly expenses are $3,000, you're looking at an emergency fund of $9,000 to $18,000. It might seem overwhelming, but it's a goal worth striving for. I know it sounds like a daunting amount, but don't let that discourage you. The key is to start small and be consistent. Even setting aside $50 or $100 each week can add up significantly over time. It's all about building the habit and making it a part of your routine. Even setting aside $50 or $100 each week can add up significantly over time. Remember, building an emergency fund is a marathon, not a sprint. The goal is to gradually work your way up to that 3 to 6 month target. Celebrate small milestones along the way to keep yourself motivated. Every little bit you save brings you one step closer to financial security. The goal is to gradually work your way up to that 3 to 6 month target. Celebrate small milestones along the way to keep yourself motivated. Every little bit you save brings you one step closer to financial security. Chapter 3. Building your Freelancer emergency fund strategies that work. Alright, let's talk strategy. Building an emergency fund might seem daunting, but it doesn't have to be. The key is to make saving a habit, and there are some really effective ways to do that. One of my favorite methods is automating your savings. Set up a recurring transfer from your checking account to your emergency fund every time you get paid. Treat it like any other essential expense, and you'll be surprised how quickly it grows. Speaking of accounts, keep your emergency fund separate from your everyday spending money. This will help you avoid accidentally dipping into it for non-emergencies. Consider opening a high-yield savings account specifically for this purpose. Now let's talk about prioritizing. If you're serious about building your emergency fund fast, take a close look at your spending and see where you can cut back. Can you reduce your dining out budget or find a more affordable phone plan? Even small adjustments can free up extra cash to put towards your savings goals. Remember, building an emergency fund is all about making conscious choices and being disciplined with your finances. Chapter 4. Protecting your hard-earned emergency fund. You've worked hard to build your emergency fund, so let's make sure it's protected and only used for what matters most. True emergencies. This fund is your financial safety net, a buffer that stands between you and potential financial disaster. It's crucial to understand its importance and safeguard it diligently. First things first, avoid the temptation to dip into your emergency fund for non-essential expenses. It can be incredibly tempting to use this money for things that aren't true emergencies, but discipline is key. That new phone or weekend getaway might be tempting, but remember, your emergency fund is there to provide financial security, not to fund your lifestyle. It's about prioritizing long-term stability over short-term gratification. Now I know what you're thinking, what exactly qualifies as an emergency? This is a crucial question because understanding what constitutes an emergency will help you make better decisions. Generally, it's an unexpected event that requires immediate financial attention like a medical bill, car repair, or sudden job loss. These are situations that can significantly impact your financial health if not addressed promptly. But here's the thing. Life happens, and sometimes you'll face unexpected financial challenges that don't necessarily scream emergency, but still need to be addressed. These can be tricky to navigate. Maybe your income takes a dip one month, or you have an unexpected home repair. These situations, while not catastrophic, still require financial attention. In these situations, it's okay to tap into your emergency fund, but do so strategically. Make sure you have a plan in place to replenish what you use. Replenish what you use as quickly as possible. This ensures that your safety net remains intact for future emergencies. Adjust your budget, pick up extra work, or find ways to cut back on expenses until your fund is back to its healthy level. This might mean making some sacrifices in the short term, but it's worth it for the peace of mind. Remember, your emergency fund is there to provide peace of mind and financial stability. It's a crucial part of your overall financial health. By using it wisely and replenishing it when needed, you're ensuring that it's always there to support you when you need it most. This disciplined approach will help you navigate life's uncertainties with greater confidence and security. Chapter 5. What if you can't save a full emergency fund right now? Let's be real, not everyone can build a full 3 to 6 month emergency fund overnight, especially when you're just starting out as a freelancer. But don't worry, there are still things you can do to build financial security, even if you can't hit that target right away. First, focus on building a smaller, more attainable emergency fund. Even having $1,000 set aside is a great start and can provide a buffer for those smaller, unexpected expenses. While you're working on growing your emergency fund, explore ways to lower your living expenses. Can you negotiate a lower rent payment, find a more affordable cell phone plan, or cut back on non-essential subscriptions? Another option is to diversify your income streams. Having multiple clients or projects can help mitigate the impact of losing one source of income. Consider taking on a part-time gig or exploring freelance platforms to supplement your earnings and accelerate your savings goals. Remember, building financial security is a journey, and it's okay to start small. The important thing is to be proactive, make a plan, and take consistent action towards your goals. Start building your freelancer safety net today. So there you have it, a crash course on why an emergency fund is non-negotiable for freelancers and how to build one that gives you peace of mind. Remember, financial stability is within your reach, even with the ups and downs of freelance life. Start small, be consistent, and don't let the thought of a large sum intimidate you. Even putting aside a small amount each week can make a world of difference over time. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more financial tips, and let me know in the comments below what financial topics you'd like me to cover. Until next time, take care and stay financially secure.